Welcome back, Intro. You came back for another week. Awesome. Two-step equations is what we're going to work on primarily this week. So a two-step equation is different from a one-step because of just one step. Yep, you got it. So we're still trying to isolate the variable here. But there's something else that's kind of messing us up, and it's this plus 10. So remember from in class, this is a positive 10. Right? So to do the opposite, we would have to subtract 10 from both sides. So this is the other step that kind of makes this a two-step. We have to get everything away from the x first. Now, yeah, you might have a question, why can't I move the 3x first? Well, because that's not really moving 3x. I'm trying to divide that 3 from that x, but we'll get there. So first I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides, which eliminates that. Now drop down whatever you didn't play with yet, and I've got 3x, and that's going to equal 3. Well, now I've got a one-step equation, which we've been able to do all last week. So this means multiplication when they're right next to each other, so I'm just going to divide 3 on both sides. And that's going to leave me with x equals 1. Okay? Next one here. If you want to go ahead and try it on your own, pause me. If not, I'm going to work right ahead now. So again, kind of the same thing as the top one. I've got a negative 8 here, so I've got to do the opposite, which is add 8 to both sides of the equation. Now I'm going to say this is gone, right? Wave goodbye to it. I'm left with 4n, and that's going to equal 40. Okay, now I've got a simple one-step equation. I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides, and I'm going to be left with n equals 10. All right, so check your work, right? I've got a couple more examples for you, and then we'll call it a video. This is going to be a short video, hopefully. And then we'll see how we go. Quiz Friday, right? Quiz Friday on one- and two-step equations. All right, let's see where my clicker is. Where's my clicker? See? Whoop. Okay. Example 3. Remember, we didn't do anything with the x first. We've got to eliminate whatever is kind of hanging out. So this is a positive 8. You got it. I've got to do the opposite, which is subtract 8. Subtract 8 on both sides. I'm left with here 12x, and 30 minus 8 is going to give me 22. So I'm going to have a weird kind of a number here. It's okay, right? Leave it as a fraction if you want to. I'm going to divide by 12 on both sides. Okay. I'm going to be left with x. So x is going to equal 22 over 12. Now I can simplify that fraction, right? Because there's something that's common that both those numbers have. And they both have a 2 in them. So I'm actually dividing by 2 on the numerator and the denominator. So I'm going to do divide by 2, divide by 2. Hopefully you can see that. So I've got here 11 over 6. Guess what? That's my final answer. X equals 11 over 6. Booyah. Okay? Sometimes they're not pretty numbers. Sometimes they're not pretty answers. It's okay. Leave it as an improper fraction. We had that discussion, I think, on Thursday or Friday. Don't remember. Over here. 7x stays for now. Two-step equation. Going to add 7 to both sides. That's the opposite of that 7. 7x is going to give me 63. Simple one step now. That's 7 times x equals 63. So 7 times what equals 63? Well, I know it's going to be 9, but let's algebraically hit this right here. So it's going to be an x equals 9. Cool. Last one here. I know this kind of freaks people out. It's okay. We've been doing this. This is our 5th example now. I'm adding 2 to both sides first. Gone. I'm going to write it, probably here's the best spot. So r over 3, or r divided by 3, is going to equal 6, right? Now this is r divided by something, and that's 3. I have to multiply by 3 because that's the opposite. Remember how we did this with the parentheses? Multiply by 3 on both sides? That cancels everything over here. Now I'm left with r equals 6 times 3, which is going to give me 18. All right? Ask questions. Booyah. See you later.